Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 10th to the 16th of July 2023. So we have two inner planets moving this week. We start with Monday. Mars moves into Virgo. So Mars normally takes about 8 weeks to go through a sign. And since early June, we've had Mars in Leo, which has been very centering and creative and uplifting energy. But for the next 8 weeks, Mars in Virgo is going to turn some of our focus, now that we've centered in the heart and where we create from. That's going to bring in a more productive element. Could see ourselves getting more busier, involved in more projects, applying what we've learnt. We're applying ourselves to learning with Mars in Virgo. And that generally will bring a sense of purpose and direction, which I know many people have been lacking for quite a while now. But it's always worth going in first. That's the real direction. To stay centered to your own purpose, to your own alignment, and come from that place. And if you've done that, then the next few weeks will be an opportunity and bring you opportunities to really put your energy into something that matters. Although Mars will only be in Virgo for a few weeks, Virgo has a harvest timetable. So it's sowing the seeds and letting them germinate in the cycle of natural time. So if you're starting things now, you might be looking at a 9-month time scale if you're setting goals for when you want something to come into fruition. So have a look at what matters, where your energy is worth it, what you care about. Appreciate your creativity, your inspiration, and the knowledge you've gained so far, and then start to put that into areas that will bear fruits at the right time. For anybody with Mars in Virgo, this is a 2-yearly rebirth. Mars takes 2 years to go around the zodiac, so you might want to look back 2 years and see what you've been putting your energy into and what that's produced, and then make some very new plans, as this is a fresh start for you. On Tuesday we have Mercury moving into Leo. So as Mars leaves Leo, Mercury comes in at the beginning, and this is very inspirational. The mind and creativity from the heart combined. So the passion and creativity will continue. This will be wonderful for songwriters, those working in the creative industries, anybody wanting creative meetings to get some projects off the ground. Then the sparks will be flying in a very fun and bright way, which goes very well then with Mars in Virgo saying, okay, how are we going to do this? Let's do it. So a very bright and inspirational and fiery week, all on a very personal level. What matters to you? Valuing your energy, applying yourself to meaningful things, and good use of your time. We don't want to be busy just for the sake of being busy. There's also a lot of energy in Taurus this week, as we have Uranus, Jupiter and the Moon all together in Taurus for a couple of days midweek. And by next week we'll have the nodes moving into their next axis, which is Aries, Libra. So we're saying goodbye to the nodes in Taurus and Scorpio. This is generally a 1.5 year aspect, so the nodes will be in Aries, Libra until January the 11th, 2025. So what are the nodes? Well, in your own chart, the North Node is like your North Star. It's your soul plan's direction, what you chose for yourself, the stars that you're reaching for, your soul alignment. But in the world's nodes are the same thing, but on a group collective experience. So the nodes in Taurus and Scorpio over the last 1.5 years have brought us back to heart with the Taurus. There's been a greater call to local community, to small farming projects, to better nutritional health and wisdom, to small groups joining together with a heartfelt centre and creating and producing with a shared reason. And there's even been a bit of a switch off from the world, especially politically, with the South Node opposite in Scorpio, which can be very psychological, what's going on behind the scenes, under the surface. And the trend really has been for people to realise they can't fix the world, but they can actually make their own immediate world a better place by joining together with like-hearted people. As the nodes move into Aries and Libra, we'll talk about in the coming weeks, it's going to be a feel of independence, not needing to fit in, to comply, to follow, but to blaze your own trail. Stand up with independent thought and knowing, and to really shine your own light. So anyone that has the nodes in Aries and Libra, then that's worth paying attention to, as you're going to be encouraged to really come into your own during that 1.5 year period. There's not much more direct action happening this week, but we are still in the first phase of the Venus retrograde story. So stay aware of what's coming up for you. This is Leo, between 12 and 28 degrees, because you'll be shown at the moment what's coming up, what needs to be changed, what's being mirrored back to you. Venus can act like a mirror, especially a mirror of the heart. By the 23rd, when we're in the actual retrograde phase, then that's when we can make the necessary fine-tunings and recalibrations. So all the inner planets really active at the moment, meaning things will seem more personal, or you'll be able to apply what's happening to you personally and even find it in your own personal chart. Really work with the energies as they arise. And with most of the outer planets retrograde, taking us back in, then there's plenty of inner work to do. There's plenty of reflection, revision, realization. And like I say, the general feel here is attend to your own world, attend to your immediate environment, your friends, your family, your projects and goals, as the outer world almost feels like it's in another dimension at the moment. It's best not to get caught up in all the seeming chaos or fear-based views that are often pumped out. We take back our own power by being empowered, staying present and committing to really know thyself and step into your true soul essence. So if you'd like to see where this is happening for you, I am available, zoehind7@gmail.com. You can have a reading, you can learn your chart, tarot, numerology. We can do some coaching to dig up any lingering issues that you're ready to release. I post these videos on YouTube, zoeastro, Instagram, zoehind7, and Facebook, astrozoe. So wishing you a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.